Okay, so I'm gonna try and make my character whistle when there's no activity, when you're not doing anything in the game, when you haven't pressed anything, or the game's waiting for you to start playing again. The character will get bored and start whistling. So I already created the pixelated frames of the animation of him whistling, and I created a sound file of me whistling. So I just have to add that into the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into some of the programming here just so I can push this puzzle piece button, and I'll press more block, which allows you to create kind of a little side programming. And so I have to create a new more block, and it'll be a number. This will be a way of creating the animation. So I need a name for the block. Whistle Steve. Whistle Steve, yeah, that sounds good. And the variable that I'm going to be using, we'll just call it whistle. Whistle Steve whistle. Create. Alright, so now I should have under event, more block, Whistle Steve. And now I have to define what Whistle Steve means. So we'll add a block that I have here as an example of how to do the animation, and I'll copy from that. So I need some if-then statements. Oh, I need another variable. One sec. I need to make a variable called, what do I call this? Animation, since that's what it's going to be doing. Alright, so operator, and this animation has 8 frames, I think. So I need to do this 8 times. Variable, what was that? Whistle anim goes here, and I'll copy this 8 times. Copy. That should be 8. So, I've got it embedded in each other here. That's not what I want. How do I? Oh man, I think I can do it without this guide here. Let's get this out of the way. Move this to the side, and I want to close that. This can be very awkward programming this. Alright, so each of these is part of the animation, so we do 1 through 8. There's 8 frames in the animation. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now, so if this variable equals 1, then we show the first frame. Where is it? View, set image. Here we go. Image view, set image. There we go. We can copy this. Close that. Oops. Copy. And the image view we want to change is for the main character. That's image view Steve. And then we can set each image to the right frame of the animation, and then hopefully it will cycle through this logic to create a little animation. We'll do that part in a sec. Activating the animation, activating this section of programming. So we set image to where is it? Where's the whistling? W Steve. That can't be the first frame. What? Where's all my W Steves? Alright, one sec, I'll have to load in more frames. Something strange has happened here. I don't have enough of my frames loaded up for some reason. One sec, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so I reloaded in all the frames as images because there was some kind of malfunction, I guess, the first time I tried to do that. But now I think they're all loaded in, so I can put the frames in here in the right place. I called them WS for Whistle Steve. Frame 1, Steve. Frame 2, and you get the point for this part. So this will be the section of code where it will cycle through the animation. But we need to go back into the main programming to activate this section. And when do we activate it? When there hasn't been a lot of activity for a certain amount of time, it'll activate this. So we have to come up with the programming to make it work that way. So I'll finish up here and then I'll show you that part. Alright, let's see if I remember how to do this. So we go into the main event here on create, and this here will check if the user hasn't been doing anything for a while. It'll cause the character to get bored and start whistling. So we have to add a timer. Should I do it before this timer? That's for the battery charge, that timer. I'll add it after. So I'll add a timer. Alright. Here. Oh, we don't want that inside the timer. We want it after the timer. That touch listener, it looks for a person touching the screen. Timer. Let me just check my notes here. 200 milliseconds. Oh, once every 200 milliseconds. Okay, so that 200 milliseconds sets the frame rate. It's 200. And we want to wait for a while before he starts whistling, so how long? Oh boy, let's go back to Sketchware, please. Thank you. This variable, whistle anim. Okay, and what this percentage thing does is it limits, it makes sure it ends at 8 frames. I don't know how that works exactly, what the percentage means, but it'll make it so that the animation stops at 8 frames and won't go over that. I'm not sure if this will work exactly, but let's try it out. Oh wait, we have to change the view, don't we? Oh no, that does it. this whistle Steve, that's where it goes to the side programming that I did before, and it'll change the view. Okay, I have to remind myself how this all works. Alright, let's check this and see if it works. Run. You have to endure a commercial here because this is a free program. Play the game. I added that music. Alright. Let's wait around. Okay, we'll move and then we'll see. We'll let it sit for a while and see if it does the whistling. Oh, I forgot to add sound. So it'll do the animation, I hope. Again, it's doing it to the count of 5,000. And it doesn't seem to be doing it, unless 5,000 is a lot. Again, I don't really know the timers yet. Maybe I should set it for less to see if it works. Okay, I'm gonna set this to less, just so I can test it out better. Down to 1,000 maybe. Actually, let's do 500. Save. And we'll run this. Install. Open. Come on, work. Why doesn't it work? Okay, what I think is happening is I think I have to have this nested in 2 timers. After. Okay, I think I got the Whistling Steve working, but I don't think I like the results. Let's see. Open. Alright, so let's get him to the center here. And if you wait a while and don't click anything, he should start whistling. Yeah, see, it works pretty good. But I don't know, is that annoying? I don't know. I might have him just like tap his foot or look impatient or look at his watch or something instead, because maybe the sound of him whistling is annoying in the game. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is it annoying if you don't tap anything for a while in the game? Is it annoying if he starts whistling like that? Or maybe he should have a different whistle. Maybe that's what's annoying me. Maybe it should be like a I'm bored whistle, like. Or maybe he should hum like or I don't know. I thought it would be neat if he was whistling part of the song that I use in a lot of my intros. It's not really an official theme song or anything. I don't know. What do you think, people? Should I have him do that? Or look at his watch or something? I also have to add the animation and sound of him whistling when he has his camera out. I haven't added that in yet. It's a lot of programming, believe it or not, to add that in. The animation goes by fast of him whistling sometimes. I don't know why that is. Let's try it one more time here and then we'll call it quits for today. I want to thank you all again for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching Steve's World of Wonders. Alright, so before I forget to add this little detail in my progress, I changed the sound of his whistle. you could hear it there. But I also changed, when you stop moving, he goes to a forward position and both feet on the ground. Before he didn't do that. See, when he stops walking, before he would stay in whatever position he was, now he goes forward, puts his legs down. The only position he doesn't do that is backwards, and he stays facing backwards, but both feet go down to the ground again. See, after a few seconds, and it does it with the control pad too. And now if you stop doing any activities for a while, he'll whistle. And I think this whistle that I added, the sound effect, fits better with the animation and is kind of a little less annoying. I might turn down the volume on it, so it's not as pronounced. Let's hear it again. Yeah, the animation goes really quick. I might have to change the timing on it, but it suits the sound better. Originally I had the whistle going when you stopped doing activity when you're filming, but filming itself is an activity and you're supposed to be quiet when you're doing that, so it didn't make sense for him to whistle. I even had an animation for it with his camera out, but that didn't make sense, so I took that out. Now he doesn't whistle with his camera out, but I did include the going back to the center position after a movement, which is a nice feature to add. It just makes more sense that he's not standing there with one leg up. It's just like in real life, you get more comfortable by putting your foot down if you're standing in one spot. Just makes sense. So that's a little bit more progress, not much. Put the camera away. Let's hear one more whistle. He's bored now, he's getting bored, so he's gonna whistle. There we go. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.